There's a few variations you can do, but generally for me, I hold it quite deep, just a nice comfortable grip.
Cricket Love Stories with me, Neel Khagram. Today at the Oval, joined by Spencer Johnson. Spencer, how's it all going in the UK and the hundreds?
Yep, loving it so far in the 100. Spent a bit of time here last year and I'm excited to be back.
Great venue for it today as well at the Oval. Spencer, you're just going to give a few tips about fast bowling. And say if a youngster or an amateur player came up to you and just asked about the basics, does it all start from the run-up, in your opinion?
Yeah, obviously the Oval, what a place to play. I think it's quite suited to my bowling. So for me, keeping things as simple as possible. In terms of run-up, for me, I like to be more in control. And you look at Shalbacter and Bretley, they're charging in, where I'm sort of a bit more trying to get rhythm, more than speed. So I feel like the faster I bowl generally is if I've got my rhythm and not overstriding or not trying to run too fast.
What about positioning at the crease? Saying white ball cricket, do you look to vary it in terms of going closer to the stumps, wider, or is it pretty consistent? How do you do things?
Yeah, I don't know, as I said before, I keep things as simple as possible. Lucky enough with the 100 balls this year that they do swing a bit, and playing here as well, I feel like the bowlers have had the best of the conditions, so not overthinking it. There's a few little things I think you pick up subconsciously if you see a batter that's potentially lining you up, and you can maybe change your angle, come a bit wider, or you can, slight change of pace. I don't have a big variation. For me, being a left armer, I feel like that's a variation in itself. There's not a whole lot of left armers, so I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible and bowl to your field.
What about, obviously left armer, predominantly bowl left arm over. When do you actually decide to go around the wicket?
Yeah, for me, plan A is over the wicket, hit that 6 to 7 metre length, top of the stumps. I think there's a couple of reasons why I might change. If I'm not feeling my rhythm, I might need a change of angle, or if a batter is potentially on top. So, and also matchups. If we do a lot of research here, and if the matchup is coming around the wicket, hitting the stumps to certain batters, then that also comes into play. So there's a few things, but generally for me, plan A, over the wicket, 6 to 7 metre length, and bash away.
And then what about swing bowling? Does it come from the arm position? Is it grip? Obviously, how do you do things again?
I think it's a bit of everything. Obviously, as I said before, the 100 balls have been kind to us this year and last year as well. So getting yourself in nice positions. I like to, lock in and snap that front leg, brace the front leg. So for me, just trusting that the ball will swing.
And if it doesn't, tilt the seam in any way, or?
Yeah, you can. There's a few variations you can do, but generally for me, I hold it quite deep. Just a nice, comfortable grip, not too tight, not too loose. Angle it, sort of running in at if I'm bowling to right hand batter, running at the wicket keeper's probably right shoe, and then just making sure I'm following through there. And
What about slower balls? What bag of tricks do you have?
Slower balls
that you can share.
I think for me, I feel quite young to the game. I haven't played a whole lot. I've only really been playing tournaments for the last year and a half, so for my game personally, always trying to learn and grow as a player, adapt to conditions, and you're generally going to see the same players at every tournament you play in. So you're playing against the best, and you've got to be able to adapt and grow as a player. So for me, coming up with a few things is important, because you can't just run in and hit the top of the stumps. So I'm working on an out the back slow ball, which I used to have a bit younger and sort of lost it. But now that's coming back, so out the backside where you see guys like Nathan Ellis, DJ Bravo's, he's got an amazing one. And then off cutter to the right-hander, sort of going away. It's not a big dipper, but just a slight change of pace. And then the leg cutter to the left-hander spinning away. So I think they're my three, but as I said before, my left arm being a variation, a bit of natural variation off the wicket. And yeah, you can use your bouncer or your yorkers. They're also variations. So
how do you go about practicing all of those variations?
Yeah, in tournament it can be tough because you play so many games back to back. I'm not bowling today before the game, but if it wasn't as a busy schedule, I'd normally have a light bowl before the game, and I liked, if I'm bowling 6 overs, it would be 2 overs with a new ball, 2 overs through the middle with an older ball, and then some death stuff, which will be yorkers and slower balls. So keeping it very simple.
You mentioned brace front leg in terms of bowling quick. Is that the key? If someone wants to clock 90?
Well, I think for me it is. It's not for everyone. I think Gus braces his front leg and he bowls 95. So
is it hard to get a brace front leg? Obviously.
Well, I think
it's a lot of drilling.
Yeah, I feel quite lucky with what I've been blessed with and born with, being left armour and tall. I feel like that's half the battle, especially with Australia. Coming from Australia, we love big, tall, fast bowlers. So, I think brace is important, but it's not everything.
And in terms of the mental side of things, as a fast bowler, it's all about just keep running in, skipper throwing you the ball, change the game.
Yeah, you've got to want the ball. T20 cricket, you can have great games and you can have not so great games, and it's just things can go your way, and then it can be not your day. So for me, not getting too hard on yourself, and if you have a bad game, and then if you have a good game, just not getting too high as well, and trying to stay as level as possible, because you can bowl the same and things might not go your way. So for me, just trying to stay level and knowing that the good will come with the bad as well.
And then when it's just about, you turn up on a day, is it all about just kind of like executing your process as opposed to just any other thing?
Yeah, for me, I feel like my role it's unique to me. Especially in the 100, with bowling, you can bowl 10 balls in a row. So I'm going into most games wanting to bowl the first 10, and it sort of saves an over for a TC or a junior, where they potentially might be more suited, or their role is for the team is better at the death where they can defend, where I can be attacking up front. There's lots of research and data to look at, but for me, my plan A is I'm going to stick with that for as long as I can, and if someone's hitting you off your best ball, then make them do it again.
And finally, if a young player came to you for your best piece of advice, what would you tell them?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think for me, you're never going as bad as you think, and you're never going as good as you think. So that's me. That's how you stay level.
Perfect, Spencer. Good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. Cheers.